press the thing. Like that. So yes, we don't already did live set. So that's it. We did live. It's okay. It will take a few seconds. Today now the 29th, no, so Friday 29th of October 2021. We did live with Joel, as Navisiam, Beltus, our favorite Bangwa man, and Oka Nasri Clovis. I don't think that any of these guys they need any introduction. So when I join, when I can watch them later, we'll use now a brand new Facebook page where we never used them before. So I'll still wait for the link. When I share the link, still wait. You know, I'll refresh the page. Let me do it myself. Refresh the page, the live page, and then you will see the link. So this one are brand new.
You don't get them.
Share them. You don't get them now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Share.
Okay,
Put that inside the group. So we don't already get 1 or 2 people that they watch live. Thank you, plenty. Sorry, say I come a bit late, about 15 minutes late. Still waiting. Okay, because this page will be brand new. Now why that way we did try to share the link into the other to our WhatsApp group so that we build up the audience. Because this page will be brand new, be created today. Now when our countryman, the Kumkumasa, the talk. Today we'll get our own version. I don't get the link. Thank you, Joe. We'll get our own version of the Grand National Dialogue for Yaounde, just we four. That's what I'm talking about. So now the Grand National Dialogue, this fantastic. So when I introduce myself, any person get anything in particular we want to talk while we or we'll play now a beautiful anthem, and then we'll go straight into a live broadcast. We'll talk about whatever comes to mind we feel like for talk about. Maybe so we'll play our Kumkum anthem. Now listen.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa, we the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror, and your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
Thank you, plenty my country people them. As we join, we know the usual routine. We match fire for the sharam. I feel see una Susie Sparks in their life. It's a match fire. Make sure say you share them too for WhatsApp, for Twitter, for YouTube, any other position way or any other social media link where you get them for share them. For them, make sure you share them. We also get a manga bell in day here live. We'll get a few other people them. Susie Sparks, the MKP, I send you kisses. Share some share some of the kisses to Joel, Nasiri, and Beltus. Emma Amber today here live as well. Eddie watch. Thank you plenty. So when I don't come, I can support MKPD for this new, brand new Facebook page where we'll create them today. Thank you plenty. Today, now the 29th day of October 2021. So as we talk, we will play the Cameroon National Anthem now towards the end of the live broadcast. My contribute with them. So we'll go straight into the presentation we'll bring on for now. So, Beltus, how far? What's going on? If you update we about what will go on for your special life, what contribute they want to know?
Well, exactly. It be a pleasure to say I deal with you again for this big national dialogue.
Yes.
You know, it always talks. You know, it be an event, but
a process.
It be a process.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad for meet up with you, most especially for time where we two would there for a feast for our life. We would try to reform our lives. After several years, we would always come. This period, we would try to rebuild our lives. As a matter of fact, most of we, in fact, myself and Clovis, we already be way back to school. And by God's grace, we did do well. We did do well. I check say not long from now, I will even invite most black legs them for a ceremony related to my career.
Graduation, I hope.
That one I go announce I'm not not long from now.
You don't really announce them.
So I really be happy see we don't pick up the broken particles of our lives. But our greatest difficulty be say, you know, since we contribute in the destruction of this Northwest and Southwest, we don't take unto as an obligation for contribute to the reconstruction of the Northwest and Southwest. And the reason that way we need to relent our effort when it comes to fighting against this amber thing.
Okay.
Every minute we'll be ready for the fight continuously.
Thank you so much for that contribution. You don't talk about one thing where I want for add on where you talk about the contribution for the reconstruction of the Anglophone zone after the destruction, the self-destruction, where we don't cause them for our own area. That is actually one of the things the way I don't talk lately, and we could continue to match fire for the talk about the next phase of our collective patriotic responsibility for this thing. We always joke about the black legism and all those things. Just the word black legs. No mean we invent them.
Exactly.
Now people, the way they come after they invent that word and they call it black legs. So we embrace them and say, okay, we develop black legism from there. So the next phase right now, because at the moment, a lot of Anglophones, they don't suffer indignation. I don't know what you understand by the word indignation. Basically, when you strip some person of your personal dignity, okay, people they beware they don't be tormented, tortured, maimed, made homeless, IDPs, both on all sides. Even the Amber Boys themselves, so where they for Bush, they suffer terribly. And then you get the IDPs, the way they suffer, and then you get refugees, you get the ordinary Anglophones them as well, where they still where they not be displaced, but they still suffer from all of these, even just the trauma for all these things. So the next phase of where we need for all collectively engage ourselves in, now, where we call them say, but a phase where it happen right now as we speak, where it will come just before the actual reconstruction and development for redevelop the Anglophone region. You understand? So it gets to involve bringing back the dignity of the ordinary civilian where it live in those zones, make them possible for them to live the standard or quality of life where they live in for 2014, 15, 16, before the crisis. Yes. So the word where they look I don't really get the word at the tip of my tongue right now. Not be actually reconstruction, but no, there's the word it will come to me, and when I remember I go bring them to Una. The word is not actually reconstruction right now. The phase where we go into. So we get to match fire for that phase for start the talk amongst ourselves. And one of the reasons that I titled this message say the Grand National Dialogue. So the big one we hold 2 years ago. Country may be invited, but I not be fit attend for one reason or the other. When I not be invited, I don't know if I be available at that time.
On that same day, I'll be the enter DGR Center with Clovis.
Okay, well there you go. So thank you plenty for all the people that don't join the share. Okay, I want to go for you, Joel. You get any other thing for Adam to wait where Clovis don't talk?
No, I will say.
If you talk a bit louder because the microphone be a bit far from you.
No, I don't get up. Anything for Adam now. We always allow country people them for the moment. If it's about anything per person about me, I believe say I try life the good way we give to go, and we try to live a better life, not rather than to cause pain for other people them. Yeah.
Okay. And you, Clovis, the Don, we all man know you with your large mouth and your relentless presence on social media. Whether people they like for Yeram or not, you talk and you that's all. So you get any other thing for add? Before we continue, and then Una for audience, we Una the watch them from Nyango, Laura Linge to Bali General, Wu, Susie Sparks, and the rest. Una get any questions them for myself or Beltus, Clovis, or Joel. When I leave them in the comment section, we will continue for the watch the live as broadcast, the follow them as well, so that we will follow the questions. Then when I leave any question in the comment section, I don't turn my device on, so I will follow the questions. Then if I get any question, leave them in the comment section. We will try to answer them for now. Any amber sheet, no wipe last way it come here for can interrupt this live broadcast. Make una remind you say we go block you and we go ban you from this page, and we will not get dialogue with terrorists, with person we carry gun, it behead people them. We get dialogue now with people the way they want for shit on down, like how we don't shit on so, and then we talk amongst ourselves, and then we see how we fit push our nation forward and for development. So thank you plenty. Beltus, if you want to talk.
Clovis.
I mean, sorry, not Clovis. Sorry.
Well, I thank salute all the country people them for everything we know they do and for support in 1 or 2 ways. For say and say, if we carry out for see how we sensitize the population. But first of all, I will first say I'll be very happy. See, now the second time this, was the second time this say last year and this year we don't meet in person. So I really be happy for that. Before I go for anything, I know say plenty of our country people then, our Anglophone brothers, our sisters then, our mama and papa them, most of them still get some certain grudges for their mind due to 1 or 2 things it don't happen for the past and due to it still happen again for our boy remain for back. Despite the fact say most of them they be supporter will maybe understand that we still do a lot of things and way they still be hot. We talk so be very sorry. We say I'm saying maybe they look for their mind for forgive we on the behalf of myself and my brother, they so be sorry. That is why we don't take this fight upon ourselves, put our lives there. We see how we feel rebuild what we don't destroy them. So do one our only way this way. If we assist our papa them or mommy them, we say I'm saying we'll bring back peace or destroy Amazon because when we bring peace, we'll destroy Amazon terrorism because I think that will take our peace. So the struggle so hard. We say I'm saying if we can, but no if we do without their support and their love. So we beg them say may they continue to give you that support and their love. And as soon as I don't hear my brother don't talk, I don't need to put that one again. The struggle will pick 1 or 2 things for our life. I go use the opportunity to thank my mommy, despite the fact I never see for life. But I really thank you, say may God bless you and may God keep you, give more strength. So
Thank you so much, Beltus. Yes, now Beltus this way come out for talk. And maybe not Clovis that. I don't change my name. But then when I say Beltus now our favorite Bangman man. So I always get na Beltus the name for my mom. For whatever reason I don't understand. Okay, so thank you, Beltus, Clovis, Joel. Oh man, thank you plenty. So the word way I be forget I don't remember I'm now recovery. We then now in the recovery phase. And then after the recovery phase it could set the foundation where the reconstruction it could be laid on, and then you get the redevelopment. Okay, so for the recovery phase, we bring back the dignity of the Anglophone community. We make it possible for the people the way they be IDPs them in the francophone zone, or they be displaced within the Anglophone zone, or return back into their villages. Them, you know, when you make it possible for that local community, forget clean water, okay. Forget school where people if attend them. You make them possible for the people then for fit go market, for fit go for bank, for fit go for church, for fit do the ordinary things and for fit afford for chop, for fit afford for live an ordinary decent life. And then that one a recovery phase for give them dignity. And another thing that when I don't hear about the international community talk about humanitarian aid, whether it's Red Cross, the Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, whatever, they try to look at humanitarian, the disadvantage with humanitarian aid and stuff like that with, say for example, this presidential plan for reconstruction and whatever. Now say these humanitarian organizations, them they can't treat una as beggars, okay? They know they can make una fish sustain a living, okay? They can basically give una fish, but recovery, reconstruction, and redevelopment, it can teach una how to catch fish, so that una will be self-reliant and you will be independent. They can't give una that level of independence when I don't get them for 2016 for doing our own things and for not depend. So, for example, this human rights, whatever, Red Cross and all those organizations, the way they say they can't do humanitarian, whatever. Now people in that way they carry bags of rice, bring and can't give una, and the day they don't come with that rice, what's going to happen?
You sleep on.
Exactly. Whereas this phase where we go through now a way it be now for sustainable development, where it be now for assist the local community, for provide them which way they could need them, for them, say for example, instead for bring you bag of rice, we'll bring you seeds for corn and a hoe. Does that make sense? You bring you seeds for corn and a hoe. So now, and then teach you how to plant the corn, how for grow the corn. Within 4 or 5 months later, you will feed yourself, your whole family, and maybe even get 2-3 bags of corn for go sell for market, for afford for buy fish, and then send your picking for school. So now the reconstruction whole thing that, but reconstruction not going to exist without the recovery first. And wait way, all we will get to understand. Now, one of the things in this way, I've been making an audio, and a few people they question me about that audio. They say, countryman, you don't talk, say, as far as you be concerned, DDR process, it be mission accomplished. It means a weighty. You know, so now just basically one of the things that, as far as me I be concerned, I think for the DDR process, the DDR commission, it don't do, it don't run your own course. Now we need for jump into another lane, or it's pick up another challenge where we will fit advocate for, we fit sensitize the general community, the general public for focus on that. In my view, the majority of the beginning where they still there for Bush today, when Amber Boys where they still there for Bush, the communities atrocities them, they no go ever drop their guns. That's my view. Obviously, there is always an exception. There is a tiny percentage. There is a 5 or 6% of them where they will still drop their guns. Yes, understood. But we'll talk about the vast majority. I don't think they will drop their guns. So, and then some person he asked me, say, so continue you talk now, say, what to go happen with Amber Boy they still there for Bush? Tell you say, kill them. When I talk, I would not laugh. When I know one of the things I'm with me, I know a politician, okay? I know to work for no man, okay? I talk my mind exactly as it is. If you like him, good. If you don't like him, there is a lemon tree somewhere. Go and climb it and suck all the lemons on that tree. You understand? I tell you now my opinions. You don't have to like them. You get my point. So I'm not even there for that for toxic kumkum. No, kill them, throw them. Life goes on. We don't tire. You understand? And now it's this way some person it articulate them for me. It tell me say, and this person he actually been a minister of state. It tell me say the saddest thing about this Ambazuna thing that say Anglophones they get genuine cause or genuine grievances, but these people they don't can hijack them and then they distract away from legitimate problems that could have been resolved, that could have been solved because of their own personal interests. Yes. Exactly, you understand. So for quote an analogy where it be happen for my own personal life where I be get this particular problem with my own family, my own mommy, where I be feel like at one point I be feel like say you know, my mama don't like me or they treat me differently from all my other brothers and sisters then. I don't know if it makes sense to you, especially you Beltus. No, but I explain why I talk this one. So it be for a situation where we fish down for household, we 4 or 5 or 3, might just say 3 as the day now so. Okay? And then if my remedy cook, for instance, you know, a one water, I go say, countryman, I beg, go bring me water. I go bring them.
You want wash pan?
A want me the wash pan. He say, countryman, I beg, go bring me that, go wash that pan. I go wash and bring them. Okay? He want me to go cut bitter leaf grind them or something like that. He say, countryman, go cut that bitter leaf grind them. I go cut them. He go first send me 5 or 6 times before realizing that 3 people the day inside that kitchen. The other one, they just run them for them, they replay them, they do whatever. But countryman will go do this camp, they send you away again. He go do this camp, they send you away again. He go do this camp. One day, I actually decided to confront Remy with why he treat me like that. Because it was very obvious. Because by the 3rd time we want to call your name, we never call no other person in name. You say yes, you become furious just the way you answer. For example, say countryman, say what? Because at that time you just expect them, or you just tell you want to come out for door, you drag your skin, your shoulder, you grumble, they go. So I ask you, it tell me in the most in the most calm and the most, it even make me a bit embarrassed because it tell me say the reason why it is send me now because he know say I go do what the way he want me to do him and I go do him the way he want him. No, not because say he hate me or because he want punish me now because say me I be effective. Because I be good, so it feel like a punishment. Because I be self-reliant, I be independent, I don't need your assistance, I don't need you babysitting me. So it get to focus the attention for babysit the people the way they need babysitting. You understand? And then kind of like ignore you because you already be more mature, more adult-like. So it then treat you like an adult. And then, for example, you feel can't complain, say, oh, my uniform don't tear. Remy will just ignore me because he knows that if he leave you 4 hours later, you go find need to go sew and use yourself, the problem will be solved. But if now my other brother, maybe even older than me, he just talks to my uniform don't tear, Remy will drop whatever he do and for go sew that uniform. Because he knows say, if he knows sew that pikin will carry that tear uniform with big hole for a buttocks, go to school with them. So you understand the point? Yes. So sometimes the day way you say, for example, take for this kind of situation now way a government it get several moving parts. Sometimes the day way, if you not draw attention to your region, force attention for day, you know could get them. Okay? Like 10 regions where Cameroon government get them. Now the point that I try to make them. You get from the extreme north to the east to the south, you get to the northwest to the west region, you understand? Every single region get their own unique problems. To the extreme north at the moment we get Boko Haram. Now Cameroon is #1 existential threat that whether you like them or not, security wise. Just the DDR center for extreme north, you know how many ex-combatants they have?
No.
Guess.
But I know somebody told me even if you join number we come off for DRE center Boya and lot of Bamenda, you know they still reach the number.
It no will reach half. The number of ex-combatants for DDR center for extreme north now 1,300. And this number, and even the DDR, they give them the United Nations Development Program. They don't go for day. Amnesty International, all these organizations, you know, say the United Nations and the United States get a big part for play with the fight against Boko Haram in the extreme north. You understand? They supply the Cameroon military with drones, with military equipment. Actually, they're on the ground because Boko Haram now an existential threat to the United States and to the Western world as well. Now, why do they pay so much attention? You understand? Boko Haram is massive. Now, because they will be so far removed from them, to the extent where we future forget, say, Boko Haram exists. It's not a problem for Cameroon. But regardless how far Yaounde be from extreme north, Yaounde is the capital of Cameroon. Yaounde still understands, say, now an existential threat to Cameroon is security. So, make we understand those dynamics. And then you go to the east of the border to Cameroon, you get Central African Republic. Now, the second biggest existential threat to Cameroon, that security-wise. Anglophone, this thing, now like number 3. You understand? So you get priorities. And then for 2017, we now remember the 22nd of September.
Really, Anglophone, they be the march, I think.
You will day. If you remember what will be happen on that day.
Well, I feel narrate what will happen for area where be.
Yes. Tell me what way from your own experience, what will happen on the 22nd of September 2017.
I remember so on that day we will be for the divisional headquarters for
Menji.
Menji. Yes, on that day, Papa and Mommy them, small picking them, all man become all carry peaceful plan. That will be pick this wrapping paper where they sell on 50. They get the
blue and white
colors. Yes, we will be that array man picking them. We take bikes and run go pinpo them for road put them. I mean they sing home my home. They sing songs, but some of we even they do this thing that ignorantly, not knowing where to we will be the planter.
We not even know say that wrapping paper where we not go down will be blue and white. We not know say
get not you really understand exactly how we truly speaking. I started to ask certain questions then about that flag and so on in 2019.
After you don't even come out to that bush, or just before you come out, before you start question things then. But you don't die. You don't carry guns. You don't, but you don't question the fundamental thing. You see how even brainwashing they work. They play with your mind. You understand? So you feel remember what will happen transpire you Joel for 2017.
Well, 2017, I did with Santa subdivision because we did see right from my 11 people that will come up. Motor will be from Santa to Bamenda day where they will block all sides. when would be the march. That means say they be take all road, the plus transport agency, they just block all sides. Even the Dangote motor, they be the pass people, they just climb on top. So they will be come from that day. That very day will pass for that GBHS, the downtown for GBHS for Santa Day. Teachers every day they teach. So that population pass. I saw the pass, so they move that teacher to that school. Rob white chalk for the Heru Miyanga. They will take them now, so that population march. They say they be a traitor because they belong to Nasimi school. Then as soon from that time they start the Nasimi school. Meaning no man no go school. So they take that teacher. Then now they be right now GCE. Oh, now some exam surely. From that time, they pass take that teacher and now march now so go leave them. They go cross toll gate. They leave them for day. They talk say after the way they do so because you know say that matters in the borders
to the west region.
West region, yes. So they separate northwest region and west region. So they go escort the talk say na teacher then we carry that peace plan or that wrapping paper then that blue and white. That blue and white.
Yes.
Now they will go escort that teacher and that teacher then they go. Now so place they be riot. So now even from that place, so we don't know before one see the thing it can't be what it be today. So.
Joe, the main Clovis, if you remember what it will be like on that 22nd of September 2017, I know why they asked this question.
Yes, I still remember very well.
Obviously, I know be in Cameroon. I get videos them. I even get 1 or 2 videos them. Only short snippets. I go plan for now.
That very day for inside Kumba is for maybe for the beginning where the people will start march. Everybody will come out peacefully for that morning time. Before I make 2 o'clock, all to change.
Yeah.
Body sacred violence. Born tie on total. Threatening for go born all the total for inside Kumba. Threatening say the one go for station for go born Ezra office. It was not easy. Ezra will send the body out, they shoot theater for threatening them. But some of them very adamant and stubborn. They be very angry. So a lot of things that happen for the way people lost their life, which they be. One of the ways we make the military people start open fire, it be happen. One of the things military people start open fire, it be happen and for after Kumba that round about for Kumba town, where that starts today for the animal we know Kumba no to talk. As you leave for day, you come down, pass the amusement park, trade fair, you climb small between that total for a back apostolic express union. With that Kumba ran about, boys they start stone the military then. They be sent on Jamie then for Boya. They start stone the military. So one petit then an Igbo guy, he be the work for some bakery immediately opposite that total. So road they play drafts. Anybody who combine that they talk garage for the plenty. So he be starting, now he be start stone people, stone that military. Man, he knocks on girl. That girl will be die or wait to be happen. When I mention the military vex, they open fire. For self-defense, because the boy they come, they open fire, that boy die, surplus. So I want to talk plenty because the story is plenty. So I'll leave on for that part. Because it was a peaceful demonstration and the third person say it lie. Sometimes we and the only for speak the truth. That is the reality.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember I remember say that very first that when they will begin do this thing will begin march. Boys they go for brigade for Santa. They come off they will go for group them only big boys them. They go try to bring down the Cameroon flag with video on top pole.
Yes. Do you know what that is? That action.
Yeah, the ground try for that means I know we figure the.
Do you understand what it mean? For bring down the flag. I want to ask you if you understand what that means.
For my own short understanding, me I believe say the already one change the state, the one turn move
that
the state
is
freedom.
Is a declaration of war.
Oh yes.
Yes. Yeah. That is a declaration of war.
Because from that place where they make that thing now, they brought already tie that paper. Because flag no be don't come in that very time. So now they want use that, they want tie that paper now for up.
For hoist not their own flag.
That way now they can't through 8 year guys the guy they not be here. Now for the way they open fire, where if you shoot, they take some guys, they shoot about 4 guys, so one be when they shoot some guy, let's take go to hospital for Santa Day, he'll die. So that morning time, after doing the retaliation, the first time that we bullet even come out for the thing.
According to your own understanding, how many people they be die for Santa that day because you be there in the crowd?
Yes, that very day now 1 man be dying, then 4 or 3 be all that be injured.
3 they be injured.
Because they just open fire inside the crowd will be there, so plenty people they be run, they scare away from their life. Now just the stubborn one the way they be see there, where they be hold that flag.
According to you, Clovis, how many they be die for Kumba?
for Kumba that very day, one man died from Bonge Road for Mokete Junction. One man died for Boya Road. One man died for Boya. When we say for that day inside Kumba, we me and Siam, we unknown. 3 people lost their life that day.
Okay. And for you, Beltus, for Libya Alem, you feel say now how many people did be die?
No person not be died.
Okay. I even get the video for the Libya Alem one.
Actually, that will finish on Menji, will become for our subdivision. We'll go right for the divisional office, Zuri office too. Some petit Friday, you to be in Amber Lando, Tenkan Lando, think either Dubai today, they be.
And I get a picture.
Yeah, why explosive be explode cut food. If you go to stay move flat, but that way gendarme them by then military no army no be big. Gendarmes will be they come up for brigade for allo. That way the rocket gun, all man be 4 bush. So no gun not be come up for the BLM. The first day we gun start come out for inside.
Now in that.
For inside the BLM division.
No, not in that.
Yes, now that.
Now the Lando that way they talk about.
Yes.
So we talk about thing we talk I'm sure plus evidence. So now the Lando that for people that we done sunshiny a few weeks ago. Now for which month? For April.
Months ago, yes.
Yes.
So the first day we gun ever come out for inside the BLM division. I think it been in 2018. Early 2018 or late 2017, they were the one celebrate Minister Porter's on your appointment. As the appointed minister, we need for go celebrate your appointment for Menji divisional headquarter. Now for that day, we Oliver Kingsley can receive Oliver for 3 corners. Because Oliver the Kerka film marshal this one, Kingsley take it go for bush. Now Kingsley Star Red Dragon. Kingsley can receive it for some store in Brantin store for 3 corners. It take it they reach for some bad place where they just about 2 kilometers away from that 3 corners. They ambush the population for day. They start to move picking there, they become more chang inside motor, they beat them. On that day, they be a victim too. Because by then, no man we don't even know say anything de la amber. They be just 12 in number. So on that day, I be dressed in Cameroon mayo. From socks to up.
But wait, they will beat you because you dress in Cameroon, are you?
They be move flat, they be move knife cut.
Okay, but Beltus, I ask you something. Me, I don't see video where Wuna be don't already be amber. Where Wuna other amber boys they catch a yeke their group put and down. One of the boys inside that group where they catch and put and down be wear Cameroon uniform with the green, red, yellow for the yes. Now which level of dullness this?
Some of the things and that way they make a person like me today, they even ask patience because certain things and the way at the beginning will be checked. Mrs. I don't go, I get some guys them for Changwa, me told them Sunday, so I be before so buy beer, February beer for some stuff. Because we tell I can't talk with them. That guy asked me, remember me, say better to see. Remember Sunday he told me for Menji the because I wear Cameroon mayo. So he talked for me, I be feel touch. Decide for say no, the man take 1 beer, let that to me.
May finish.
Pass. Man still be for that kind of level.
Yes.
So some of these things then they
ignorance.
We go for bush say one fight against, but even when you look into it, it don't get sense.
It don't get sense at all.
Because look, even when you deny what you get Cameroon
mayo, ID card,
the military uniforms where they wear.
Where did they go? Yes, buy them. Where and the one must wear them with the flag for the.
What about the money? They use
the ID card where they cut and they get the ID card and no man never touch them.
Some people they don't always talk whether you get ID card.
Yes.
Say so when I don't get no. You know when you enter Yaounde, na
so. Just come now. No, you know ID.
Yes. They say picking up, but they don't get ID. Ma see your ID no. No, because they go talk say no, na actually your own. Mo see and fire. Na in that no. The rest of the Oka, Naseri, no, na ID card no. You wait the original may come on no.
Yes. Some those still stay. Maybe expire small time.
Na Joel own this. Na see and for the Agwe.
I'm not very sure the original.
Agwe Joel. Na Joel own ID card is no be so. They said they didn't make una ID card in case una go run the shumbu them Beltus. No, na ID card is.
Okay, remember na 2 years expire.
I want this card for DDR. I want feel like say if you talk something on because they say government never free we. Like that kind of stop them.
Okay.
Now prove that for sure. When Janama meet me for road or NHBC, now they show myself say I don't pass through the disarmament process. So I believe say.
So say okay, ma show them. So if you yes, but say for example, if you take your transport, come over Bamenda, you go for Yaounde, for instance, okay. or some person meet you for road. It point hand for gendarme saying na amber boy that. Gendarme arrest you. You go move this card, show gendarme, no be so.
Yes,
You explain for gendarme, say this so. You don't drop your guns, you then are under the presidential commission for disarmament, reintegration, and the rest.
Yes.
And because of the presidential amnesty, they don't fit do anything for you. They don't fit prosecute you or ask you for answer for anything where you be ever do why will you be being amber for that bush? You get your picture for day, no be so. Now in that, and you get your name. Okay, now just say the camera, it did the way we do, and I've never seen him fine, I bring him closer in. Yes, now in that, okay, National Disarmament, Demobilization and Reintegration Committee, Northwest Region, NDDR-NR, ex-combatant Joel Agwe, now in that, with your own number, address, blah, 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 with your picture of the day, signed by the coordinator for the DDR Center. So now in that, so now what's this way, now it will make you, you feel live your ordinary life. Even any person, it meet up you for road, if it embarrass you, talk to this, so you don't do this for me, you be this and that, you always, and I don't always advise you, and I for tell you, say, Papa, I take God's name, beg you, I be sorry for anything where I don't ever do, I accept, say, I don't do you wrong, okay? Exactly. But forgive them, I beg you, just the way, Papa, for country, Paul Bia, I don't forgive we, and he give we amnesty. I beg you, forgive them. No argue with thee, and then try find way. You just try and exit that situation. You get right for go report you to the authorities. Now you right. If he take exactly, if he take the law into his own hands for harm you in any way, the law too it will come after ye. Okay, because it don't hurt a civilian, ordinary citizen where they go about the ordinary business. You understand? So now as I be talk, if any person, if they tell you for road, you get to know how you deal with them. And that's how you deal with them. And if gendarme, police, or whatever, it meet up you, you present that card and they still do you anything wrong, then that gendarme will go in for. Because you get presidential amnesty. Okay? And believe it or not, president get more power past he. And if president don't decide, it's signed on that piece of paper for giving her the amnesty.
But
that's it.
So when they talk, say, you know, if you travel, I want to show them the picture. We are in Nigeria. I've been telling you about it. If you go in the video, now pack this, CC pack for Uyo. Go say very well. So I didn't COVID Nigeria that. Now, how much they say, I used to someone to say they travel, government no travel. You get right for travel, go any place one go.
No, but you get your ID card as you already showed them. If you come on now, go pay your flight or pay your transport for go any side you want go. Some person will stop you.
One thing I don't always tell these brothers and sisters where they still carry the weapons and for bush and security, the so-called diasporas, they prefer for say than for you for drop your weapon, go through this DDR, then live a normal life, you die for bush. Now they mention that. Now reason that okay, what about me? Most of the times you will meet with me in Chang, Bafusam, Boya, but where am I? Are they Yaounde?
You there Yaounde? Who's our countryman there right now? So no, but Paul Nilong, it say countryman if ever can enter Cameroon again. Paul Nilong is a countryman, no. Actually, me I relate to Paul Nilong past you, you know. So maybe the bot, you know, say Paul Nilong graphy. You don't even know. Paul Nilong na graphic cam no go as una dey call am.
Convocation, ordinary convocation.
Na he make I run. No, he run enter Nigeria come on the whole road, He don't know his sound for gone. No.
He will make them up. If he can more be sincere, all they make them. I want to say, when they talk to me, go for Igwe. The day where the boy, these people, they are going to step their foot for gang here.
Yes.
Make Cameroon government know every border.
Where?
For even.
You talk about stepping foot on the ground. Ma play confession. You hear the confession, no? The confession it come now from Yannick Sikot, okay? I will plan for now when I listen to my contributor. And then I will go back, we'll go talk about the 22nd of September 2017 because we still get for camp for that one. No, it's okay.
Make an officer be safe. All we be the present, maybe country go fine, or we go back one day.
Not yet.
But when I know it, the northern zone and the southern zone we don't make up it be even unbearable for we. Even if independence come today, there are activists, there are leaders when they know go still step their foot for see that independence. Now why that you see, they go do everything. What that independent, they don't say independent, no fit come, they see the possibility to say no fit come. They go do everything for time because of it. There are people waiting for you. There are people waiting for me. house where they work out with half five. You think so when they sue you when they say, "Might me the cost of my house, or me the cost of my food, or me the bury some money alive." You feel say even independent come, that person go see am this man. Now why that you see these people they prefer for talk from today to tomorrow. They prefer for argue amongst themselves because they not say do what independence or not independent. Their food they will not step down there. That is for a fact.
When I don't hear no, now exactly what today you be the talk no.
Yeah.
Say make they come back on the ground. When I think say they stupid, that one na Yanexico, that time we be make that live broadcast. It be still be na Amber. Now it talk to go far. It talk now for yourself. Now self-reflection that now confession where they make and say, you don't see I'm now say, even if they get the so-called independence, ye no go ever step a foot for that country because any the worry now about Cameroon military, any the worry now about Cameroon government, any the worry now about who? The victims. And also the black legs, the victims them. Now we dey wake them. Now what I don't talk say, we don't launch Operation Sunshine to Gear 7. We mean say go village by village. Now the strategy that now, with every village get to come up with a list of the amber terrorists for their village. Compile the list, make we share them to all the villagers them. So make the villagers them know who for hold them accountable for the atrocities the way they don't happen for their community. Okay? Make them know who for hold them accountable for the atrocities the way they don't take place for their communities. The ones that for diaspora. Where they make the villagers they know their name, their faces, their papa name, their house, their telephone number, which country they live in abroad. Compile the list. I get www.countrypeople.com. I go publish them.
The point in a way go send me the keep beginning of Kumabo school. You need to mark it.
No, those ones will really get public profile. No. They already get public profile. The ones where we get to go after the most. Now the ones where they don't get public profile. Where there is still someone they still hide. So Christmas time they dinner for Cameroon.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you.
Man, I'm not cutting you short. I get some particular guys where they come on the BLM the day for Dubai. I want to discover say they don't come Cameroon, make some marriage, okay, they go. I cry say if we don't sunshine these guys
they not for even get the idea for Cameroon.
Even as they come, they still there for airport.
They for the fear.
They don't need same person, community go even pick them.
Yes.
From this.
And even if they don't pick them, they will live a life of a fugitive.
Yes.
Where they will return look for back. They don't know when it will happen. Yes.
One of the highest way Amber the fear in Taiwan they bush. One of the highest the fear now for years my picture there outside.
Sunshine.
And the reason that way, if you notice, I come out for bush before my picture ever go for
now you be always there you behind the camera.
You always hold it.
Like me now so.
Exactly.
I know one show on my face. When I know why.
Because independence is your favorite.
Yes. Beltus, you are independent. Joel, you are independent. Clovis, you are very independent. And that's how I want all Una to be. Independent. Una match fire my contributor for the share. Today, number 29 day for October 2021. We'll get the Grand National Dialogue for here. To my left, you get Joel Agwe, you get our favorite Bangwa man from middle, Beltus Atesong, and then to the right here, you get Mr. Mushino, where you get Oka Nasri Clovis, where no need any introduction. So we just the Toriwi, because say countryman don't come. Some person asked an interesting question because I be telling I be ask when I for leave questions them, and then I will try my best to answer them. Yango Laura Elinge talk say no show your face Igwe Independence Day for your face. Then he laugh. And then you also get Amber Odeshi or some other person. He asks say, countryman, now how many Ghana must go back them you bring them for can carry money go back? The 15 million every month we don't accumulate. For the past how many years? I mean, would you carry na Ghana must go or would you use na Hilux? Ghana must go small. Yeah, you don't see the hotel where me are they in. When I just look out for the background for who side where we there with the chillax. We're not there for a room for hotel. We take the whole hotel building. And we take the whole hotel right now, so we then have the lounge. Yeah. With just the lounge. No be so. That's not what they joke away, no be so. After this one, which you want chop?
I go chop Achu.
Achu? Okay. Achu, what's the Bangwa people they chop? Arrow. Okay. What's the Oroko people chop? Egg bang. Okay. We will chop egg bang, Achu, and arrow. No mind, no worry. We did together. No bread and sardine.
No, I must take bread.
Small sardine oil. Don't lick them now, lick them.
When you enter your head, turn your head.
No, we talk and we jest. No, be so. Because at the end of the day, life is for living. Okay? So now, I want to go back a little bit. My country people them. I want to go back a little bit for go show una this video. And for una, where una there for there as well, I want una to watch this video. Because this video, now for all we, not just the audience, okay? When I watch this particular video, okay? This one, now the... Wait. What's that the video there? When I watch them. What's happening?
I am also very strong physically.
Not that one.
Box you. I'm fat and huge. But I have muscles. I can box you and remove some tooth in front of your teeth.
So, I'm sorry, that's not even the video I wanted to play. Sorry, my contributor. That is so not the video I wanted you guys to see. This is the...
In Nancy precisely, they are moving from the central deal to the SDO. You can see them in numbers, more than 5,000 people here. They are moving to the SDO, of which the SDO has ordered his native people, respecting the people and by sending down the flag of La Republic to Cameroon. You can see them. They are uncountable in their numbers. You can see yourself. It's being led by women singing song of liberation, that they must leave their territory. You can see them moving ahead. This is the population with their flag or with their peaceful plan, peaceful march past. You can see the population. They are ongoing to the SDO's office, to the SDO bar. You can see that the people are really fighting for their freedom. Look at them in numbers. With children not in their presence. Nobody is among these people less than 20 years of age. Look at them in numbers. They are discussing.
Going to reconnect. Okay. Sorry about that, my contributor. I be get a phone call from a very important somebody. So I don't try for reply to your message. It call because if you worried. Okay, so that is resolved. Sorry about that, my contributor. I hope say that video it be clear. When I first see and understand exactly what way it be happen on the 22nd of September 2017. When I see the crowd, that particular video, Beltus, now that crowd where you be describe them, say they go for Menji, for SDO. Before we want even play, before I want come for do this live broadcast, we talk about that video. No. You don't even know stuff. Say I get that video about that issue. Yes, but you talk about that now. Exactly what will be happen when I go remove the flag, when I put our own flag, when I do this and that. How many people they die? We don't just discuss about that. Why me? I talk about that one. I want to compare them to NSARS. Okay, NSARS for Lekki toll gate. When I remember, Nigerian military, they shoot 12 people them down, dead, for that toll gate alone, for that NSAS, I think that the second day of the protests. You understand? They shoot 12 people them dead, down 12, okay? NSAS, they never want to separate the country, they never want to destroy the country, they want to fix the country. They will get one message, NSAS. One word, okay? They want to end that anti-corruption police way, police brutality way, be worse than the criminals. Them, they will set up that a police unit for tackle armed robbery and stuff, but then they become worse than they. You know, like some person when they take medicine for cure disease, then the medicine can't even poison you past the disease. It can cause more harm. So the Nigerian population. So now this kind of situation. Where I want make una understand, make una compare two things then. Now, why may I talk about this 22nd of September 2017? Now, because as una know, countryman be come out from to the palace, Unity Palace, a couple of days ago. I think it was 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah, 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm there for presidency, and I meet up with the highest authorities for that for that building. And the person where I be talk with, now you bring this conversation about the 22nd of September 2017, where it talks say the saddest thing about what will happen for the Anglophone zone, I say the Ambazonia terrorism, it don't can distract from legitimate causes the way Anglophones. Wait, give me 1 second. It don't can distract from legitimate grievances then, where Anglophones they get them. You understand? Legitimate causes the way Anglophones they fight for. Now, Ambazonia terrorism, it don't can distract from that. And then now it go in a tangent, start go in a direction where it don't take we backwards, 10, 20 years backwards. You understand? So now, and then it tell me, not tell you the truth. It tell me, say Yaounde, it be feel the 22nd of September, 2017. They be get the message. Say the Anglophones, they be angry. They be get the message. Say these people then, where at that time they be called themselves, say the leaders of the Anglophones, they be get the message. Say these people should be taken seriously. They be get the power for mobilize people then. And they prove them on that date, the 22nd of September 2017. They prove them. And now, Yaounde be fit feel some way for fit act, for even respect them and respect their wishes them. If from that 23rd of September, they be get sense. Because they don't prove for the authorities and the powers that be, say they mobilize a population. They don't prove, say they get the control of the people that they behind them. You understand the point? But now because of greed and selfishness, where it make them now, that momentum, how can I put it? That power where they be portraying on the 22nd of September 2017, it disappear when they start play petty politics. They start the fight amongst themselves. Exactly, and then now they go into fragments. They start create presidents, create governments. They start fight amongst themselves, and that was when Yaounde just said, "Look at this bunch of clowns." You understand? And they could not take them seriously anymore. Okay, now ma ask you a question. You think, say, the population where it be come out on the 22nd of September 2017, if it come out again today for 2021?
Because already been a victim.
Thank you. You get the point now, no be so. But if they be maintain that momentum, even if not that separation serve, Yaounde was afraid.
Yes, because in fact, and I think that the way from the beginning, this thing 99% for Anglophone them, they be the support which way.
But here is a problem where you yourself, you don't articulate them earlier on. Where you talk, say when you look back and you reflect them, for example, the time where you go to harass some person because they wear maillot. Why would we not say someone wear the maillot? And why when we not go to beat some part, chakara mimbo, cut the food because they say brothers are race mimbo. Why would we not move money buy them? For drink them, for na camp.
They stop that motor and take and go to barracks. Them
you understand the point. So now you yourself after you don't come out, you articulate them earlier on where you talk. Say now from 2019 where you start to reflect and you start to ask yourself some of these questions. Now the point that I want you to understand, say the majority of the Anglophone population when they become go match, so they will do out of ignorance. They don't even know the consequence of their actions. They don't even know the agenda behind the people the way they will incite them.
That paper they was
they don't know where to wear blue and white be. It be already be now the flag for SCNC. It be already be since. No, it be already been a flag for SCNC. Why it is that they choose that wrapping paper? It don't been a flag 1990s.
I remember this picture of Mancho BBC.
When I be broadcast them 1996. They don't already get the amber flag.
came is that coffin revolution. So
Yes. Say that whatever coffee revolution. No, and not because nothing for do.
Because of the thing, you don't make I go.
Now Amber, now secessionism.
Yes.
But at that time, Amber been a taboo. The majority of the Anglophone community, they don't even know them. Wait till it happen, but it will happen now in the backgrounds.
Yeah.
Okay, it will happen in the backgrounds. So now they are now for 2016, where they really now bring them into the foreground, sell that secessionism agenda to the massive, to the mass population of the Anglophones. Then people they come out go march. Some of them where they be just start now with. For go move your own picking. Mommy, the day they don't can cry for me since I started this black legism. Mommy can't cry for me, say, countryman, I thank you so much. You know if you understand your impact for my life. He said, countryman, you know, say now me, I be take my own hand, I go move my picking for school.
Yes, plenty they be do so.
Yes.
Plenty.
The mommy confess for me, say, countryman,
they beat and burn their picking their report card.
yes, born uniform. When at the move money buy am,
Yes.
out of what?
Ignorant.
Ignorance. They no be sabi wait
So
where
I say
they
that
do.
people that they go
Even
to-
Jesus Christ for cross where they die, he look left, he look right, what he talk. Forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. And now why that way disarmament center be created? Because we understand some people they don't even know which way they be do.
Yes.
And now why that way we get to get this national dialogue and reconciliation? Because most of our people them they be act out of ignorance. Out of ignorance. For say a person be ignorant about a particular thing, no because.
Yeah.
No because for example when you want to talk about brain surgery, I am ignorant.
No, it's not like
When,
this. I'll
exactly. When you want to talk about Amazonian terrorism, the biggest person we get PhD for Harvard University be ignorant. But when it comes to Amazonia, Joel, you get PhD.
Yeah. Because I did from the beginning to.
You there in the field. Now you study. Now why that way when person get PhD, it is specialized in a specific narrow field. You don't feel specialized in everything. So you must be ignorant at certain things.
The bitter truth about this thing, I say, even if you pick person like Oliver Lekiaka for the BLM today, we pick person like Oliver Lekiaka, we get the BLM or Mbashe Clement for that side, you put it for down, you school on weighty, how Amber start, wait to be Amber be up for you, tell you exactly.
And which direction it they go as well.
If you tell all these things now, I tell you, enough you make 1 week again for Bush. He go prefer for say he come out die than for say he die for that Bush. Because they look and say,
Amber will die for Bush. It died past foul.
yes,
It
it
died
better say you come out die than
Yes.
for say you even die for that Bush. Because if I be die for Bush,
Even funeral, I forget
I'm
them.
very ashamed.
Even funeral, I forget
So I
them.
say my ghost for even be ashamed. Say I die for under person like Chris and
Grave, you not forget them.
Yeah.
Funeral, you not forget them.
If that day we will be get some communication between normal call will be call that day, so do that situation will happen for with no pity. Where we ask tell you we have asked to like I say if I she done now, I look those people that will make noise for diaspora. I look myself so I shame ask myself say man, that they kind people them so people one can rule me.
Joshua Carr. Yes.
Eric Tato.
Eugene, you fucker Eugene. You know you fucker Eugene, that one will look like epileptic patient.
They
That's
also been a smart because Erico even
Akaba, another one. What about this other one? What about Ayabacho Lucas?
So the one where they can preach Palava Canas, my Canas, so they call that name now.
You talk that one for you talk now the one for Canada.
Yes.
Where in name na Ivo too.
Yes.
When I look all them, so I ask myself, say,
Something Ivo. Na Ivo. No, na Ivo. Na Massa. And then you get this other one. Bunga. Oh, imagine Uchiba.
For where they will bring when a person where they don't even bring development sangi where they will bring solar where light nobody go from again. They bring like this solar panel them
Yes.
without batteries and that rechargeable batteries.
Massive batteries.
But you know say now only make all that boys and for they go scatter those things them where they go already bring light that thing be surprise light on the AJ. So they go drive for that some village they call antination. But now only they make they scatter all those things and they take and go connect bikini connect
For bush.
for bush, then they sell the rest. The majority they sell and sell them. Then they connect that with it.
Sell them for just for chop, just for survive.
Some people they Igwe, some things they talk away now. It be very important. Yeah. Some solar energy to be there for Bamuso subdivision. For inside Boa Balondo precisely. Where that MTM pole. So they be mixing. They look and say, okay, the road for commode bring fuel. It go over cost a lot. So they turn that into solar energy, where they give power to that network.
Yes, that antenna.
You know, that antenna. So you know, say when that thing start, now only civilian them around. Different if it's happening as a petit frère. The next citizen have been cut it in the cellar for we. Now the people they
because the people they want them, but they don't want go get them because they'll get in trouble. Yeah, so but when I've been an idiot, expendables, and you see how what people they get corny with flop for their belly.
Yeah, normally.
And then today,
what people they get corny, better corny with flop.
Them they cry government put this when not very them.
Not them.
Say the ones of it school day. Man, they go pay and back boy. So one small picking. So one time they are commander. I want Camilo go for school. Government school. Move zing them. Go sell them from go bill it oven for bush.
Yes.
He meal for one banga. I want Camilo. I want look at command. I call the petit frère and I want move the zinc. Now for that yesterday, man don't give more than 50 sheet zinc. You want almost 10,000 francs.
I buy 50 sheets thing for 10,000 francs.
It's civilian.
Me too, I want them all. Me too, for that kind of deal, you two, you know, take out.
I look and say, man, all the things they happen so now. So when I go move, do one now, one.
So that's top chief. If you want to see
so
top
chief, only papa them for the village, they investigate the picking them, they go do some kind of thing. Then they at the tail end, there's got to cry the government. So when I look Anglophone man, the thing they really funny me at times. Because say man, the Anglophone man, I say we don't know how to talk the truth on. I say now what is our problem?
No, the truth now our enemy.
Yeah.
Who overget Connie.
That's small picking me want for chop. The
petit frère be get money for chop. The whole bagritin I said money. Now advantage you know about B like for our people them.
Yes. For self-destruction.
Like they don't get that way where they carry gun go brutal go 30 person takes on TV so they pass through for our back. Let the chief sub chief for Santa way for Mata Gem village where they can kill and chief person where they be the fighting position but be chief.
Na he send number for
back. He send na we okoro that day this step will become kemka okoro telling bad man who go reach go kill that chief. And when they kill that chief, people they go through where he comes to that sub chief, they go through he comes to carry for matter gem so. Now only population they come can declare on top. See the one a black leg because they can't kill us so can't start make announcement saying a black leg this is the wrong killer. Any man we want make that thing they will put it to down. Population they will be on top here they happy. C'est na black leg but when na people only chief come on he be pay na pay they go
just here
yes
just here so anglophone versus anglophone
you know one of the problem where you see Amba the see the exist up to now for some villages now because mostly papa them for that villages and they be very lazy they don't profit for to enough work. So papa they don't take people that bush. If you don't look you so for some village you rich, you be Bamleke man or you just get you hatred. They draw
map
motive for you, they drive you out. Then they go take that bush now for Amba for very low price. They make money when they don't sell their own bush for pledge. So you look and say automatically they need to even fight that the independent.
Okay, may I ask you something now? Because they don't enter into those kind of deals, no be so. If the Amber madness can't end today, the person will be own that property. He return back to the village. What do you think is going to happen?
It will be a problem.
You think so that power one problem?
You know one problem.
So you think so that power one may Amber end?
You know what may Amber end?
Thank you. So now I ask you now question, Clovis. You don't answer your own question now. Who has the responsibility for make me Amber and Apobia?
No.
Because the Apobia no get no responsibility for
now Cameroon military.
No.
Now who get the responsibility for Enam?
Now the population on ground.
Where did they feel the consequences?
The consequences need to stop the ambassador to go all down that disadvantage.
If it needs, say me they carry gun. If it means say me they catch the Amber, jam them. Seize the AK.
Because the Amber no get friend.
The first time we are come out can be for DDRO, time we I start this activism. By then for some Ike, it be CB bush with Ayeke. So he be decide go take my cocoa farm. He get for pledge for two good years. He take money chopper. I call he cost me. I call the person network no be big, but I send threat. The person finally he get to me. Time where they kill Ayeke, Mike come out. The first thing where that person do I say, he call me, tell me, say, I be don't give so and so amount for my care. I beg, we go arrange price. I go still pay your farm back. I actually say, okay, now because you see and say, Ayeke no day.
Again, and as Ayeke no day, you will be coming back. And when you come back, what's going to happen? Trouble go be. So what?
The farm there for place we did now under my control.
Yes.
And I don't talk say any amber boy no say.
Again na 15 eye canals or make it go work the farm.
It go side where Ayeke too be done.
Where?
Because which way Clovis talk be na the reality, and I always advise my other brothers where they don't drop weapons too for say may they be the highest way they fit do now for expose the people where they sponsor them, because as I did so the highest threat for my life no be amber. Now people where they know say they be do something that they so
and they fear say you get their secret.
Now things that they always tell people where they
yes, and they did them for time with you.
They deal with you every day. Now my highest threat that, and the people that now reason that they always
expose them
before it be late. When you first expose them, something happen tomorrow, they will not say demand.
Okay.
But when you never talk, anything will happen.
Right. Okay. When I continue beginning joke now, I want for because when I know people they go talk say this, so whether I come out one man country, I bring one and I wait you. I bring one better that one on my own on your own. On my own. Give it here.
I see get question.
I bring one on my own.
I see get question. Okay, I know my charger.
I think that G4 Moses, if I know they make error, we is a ADF get the most sophisticated weapon.
Yes.
But time when Sakoi gang under Chacha, they go cash 38 or
39 on wipe
They
am.
wipe them. Oh, wait till Ayabadua.
He get big grammar for Facebook.
I look that
You don't go back up. You don't go.
How I look that thing. I look the mark for my hand. I look the one for my neck again. I remember saying, what if I be die under the kind man? Wait, not so they must they talk
About you with your big grammar.
So if they can say they talk,
They don't get a time.
You want make case go outside?
39. That if not be that Ayaba, not be that guy say they kill them. Maybe we not for even be again because time when they go for Bangang, the first time for Bangang, it be one cash, I be among. The second time we succeed run. So that first time when Bangang come cash we a lock am. Now this Ayaba, these guys when they go wipe them also.
This 39 though.
Yes, now only big number is still there alive among them. Goma, Betran, all them so. Now they come for the with war, they can't kiss on that Bangang boys and before they open the place, move with them. Let's that we reconcile with them before after all things still
Scatter.
So when the
Because now the Anglophone way that Anglophone man they like crap inside pocket master.
You see the age of Ayubacho. Ayubacho don't keep picking them.
Where?
Ayubacho na very wicked man.
no be you one.
No, I mean say Ayubacho na start Amber versus Amber for Ground Zero.
Maybe one take all power. You
One take
want.
power, we go become hungry power. You know say Ayubacho carry witchcraft. If I know say that diamond go there for Bafakano, Bafakabalwe. He say one make agent take over Ndian so that they go fit can move that goal according to them. I don't understand how to keep things. Just most more guys so they from Ndian will fit control that and more kind thing there. You know say Ayubacho go plot with Divine. Divine go tell a vis for Boa Bakundu. Say make they can't take cake with head. That I would don't call a ribbons. As one a ribbon to that enemy, pussy and rat. So I doubt say the one called dialogue and then they understand what the one fight now who because
You don't hear say Ayabacho they talk about Swiss dialogue now. But continue your story.
So Ayubacho go tell Ayumba keep pressing on her. Ayumba keep proud say he pass all man for Ground Zero. You see no. Ayubacho we know say Ayumba the highest man. He go take over all place. You don't go Sokadef. Sokadef they eat. Sokadef they fear. If you look at us, the only way we can because Ribbons now one of the largest group for Ground Zero now for the concerning Dian and Meme and Ribbons on top. So now we come on now. He go plot with Evis. The carbon at the 100 papa. We say Boba Kundu. It may be easy shooting as I tell you so. But that very day from Yannick, some guy. Today now so now if you go to tell the Johnson, you know that guy. We know the work as people rotting.
Yes.
Now we shoot down. See they do that under So
Or just imagine if the guy still alive.
yeah,
Wait. Just imagine.
See me say, hey, I see my brother now today. He say where as they so me to the sorry they catching up. They work out. If you put rotting,
Where?
or people na for knee level.
Wongo.
Knee.
No talk. Live and so.
See.
Continue.
So Oh, why that boy more than how many sleep that day for Baba Kundu? Now they catch.
Okay, one man go back to that guy where the military reach picking and picking where they crawl. Just imagine say they watch this live broadcast now and then when they talk about it, they laugh with.
Yeah, if you get a choice,
If you get a choice. Yeah, because
Now, within this
because
period-
if we time will come for the tenants, so no one problem. Make a drop. Then they start up our scheme. But now for them will say, okay, confirm. The fire to start.
Confirm code.
Shooting.
Yes.
Whatever. What's worry, shoot me, I shoot you.
Yes. Man no go vex.
Man don't go back. You before you
So
go.
we fit talk laugh with now no.
Yes.
Man go vex.
if I be one day, time one day, Amber, if I be believe say I go one day drop my weapon so that I live a free life.
You for
I for
act
keep-
differently.
If I tell you the archives, even the memory card will be inside my phone. Tell me my woman the commode as I drop my weapon. My woman the commode, he reach your road, you are reach your side with military because they already get that mentality say military if you see anything Amber, he move and throw it. If not sir, some certain proofs and they because when you hear they say ayaba, this IG it be worse than ayaba.
Yeah,
If you
normally.
never yet work with them,
Normally.
you don't feel understand. Now, person we don't really be with them. At times, when I dey talk for live show, people they just think saying that because I want talk. I know they ever talk with you, I don't know.
That's the truth.
Number one, Lord, I dey talk me in a way I know, and we if person say prove am, I dey prove am for inside LeBLM. And it makes as we dey live LeBLM code and they dey wash.
Of course, they
Oliver-
think no countryman.
Oliver catch about 12 picking them, go for some village from Jenache, he kill and bury am. So one day they not even bury am. Some picking the way now through this live show, he dey for US, he don't write me to verify about his papa. I don't direct his way they shoot his papa, Emma, me not for bury am.
Right.
His papa to be in an amber, we come for create his own cam.
Good.
Then the time when Oliver discover, he send the go.
Wipe am.
Carry them. bring
Amba
them.
no get wetin.
Some grandfather do it.
Amba no get friend.
He say one can join his own. He come out for market for part of a day. Atula for the war. Name na foba.
Which
for
year?
Like them. 2018.
Good. Because
He
can
come
they
for
do the same nonsense in 2021?
No.
Say
He
you
come
go
for
join
can
Amba for
So
2021.
he glad. That way he can still reach come. You know how they welcome me. One of the leaders, they way if you don't come make like make him for that leader. The leader said the man a thief man. The man a black leg. No nothing. Oliver just tell he say he don't go touch in Gambe. Say I say no. You the kind of for say he take that man send and they take you go for water go cut his neck any inside water.
What?
We no commit no crime. And one thing I want to tell you today, my American control and Sabina say you see Oliver never ever take guns or shoot person.
It is send a different
They
people.
is send up people they are poor picking them.
I don't do the key, you know.
Now they
a
simple
different
truth
man.
is, if Oliver don't shoot gun for your life, since we the Amberton stand up for die place, then we see the go die, we see the worker. Now that time they shoot die for market, for can't stand for market, so pick and shoot them for up. But for say Oliver don't ever pick gun, hold on for person, so or even for go look military motto. If Oliver cross road inside the BLM, no say Amber they don't first sleep for bush for 3 to 4 days.
They wait for that
Check
crossing.
for see if military pass around in a pass,
They no go come.
enough he cross.
Let the fear die now.
So I don't know. At times I became tempted for say this speaking the way they see they, especially for that one level, they be very stupid and dull. Because I don't see way to if you keep any picking again for bush for LBLM after all the way they don't see them after the number way they see Oliver is himself and all these things now Chris they do am ayeke dey so military finally kill ayeke na out of law. Oliver we don't tell Chris Anu we don't talk things say mo ki
Kill Ayeke.
ayeke.
Yes, of course.
don't
Why
talk
not?
things.
They're fighting for supremacy. Why now? Whatever I tell una say, even for Yaounde, for that 22nd of September 2017, the government for Cameroon, okay, for Yaounde, they be sit up. They be sit up. You understand? They know how to deal with that situation. Now one of the reasons where they might tell you something with all due. I don't know how to put it, with all humility, okay? The government for this country, it hold me in high esteem. Now I realize them. You understand? President Paul Biya, he listen to my broadcast.
Of course.
The person will tell me, say, now ye did play the broadcast for ye. So they listen to someone and they laugh. Especially when I record them, shit, no white blast, or all kind of thing them. You understand? So they hold me to a high esteem to the extent where last presidential, I think been a New Year's on a 20th May message where President Paul Biya will deliver him. He mentioned we black Lexington, but he mentioned him like a diplomat.
Yes.
He no go just come out, can't say black legs, or he no go just come out, can't say Joel or whatever. But he would talk the way diplomats and people in the position that they talk, say, and to those of us who have taken upon themselves the responsibility to promote the peace, and you understand the way this kind of people, you understand. But that talk, they confirmed for me for presidency 2 days ago, say they will direct them at we, the people they were there on social media. Even these baboons, them like Mark Barretta, they don't confirm code. They don't talk them publicly. Say it is so. These people, they there for Facebook, they fight we. They are not paid. They just get pent up anger against our revolution. Now say talk, but Musa the pent up anger come out.
Now them create them.
Thank you. Who create countryman?
Not them.
Who create black leg Clovis? Not them.
I don't know the accent that they choma come quiet in my life.
Burn your corn. She don't wait for burn the corner road. They chop you. No, move, fight them. Yes. If you don't too much, you don't too much.
They say overno.
Yes.
They say overno, say I don't get to leave. I will
Yes.
use that to way overno.
If they say you don't get to leave, no, they always talk say your days are numbered, no. For those few numbered days where I get them, no, I go show you na pepper. Yes. If na 3 days I get them, those 3 days pepper go there for your head constantly.
So if I go to that petit frère, you don't do something.
Yes. I know go die anyone,
I guess some
and I know go die
I
silently.
guess some one policy in life where sometimes we will be talk me and you. You tell me say if you don't prepare for make friend, you know say don't prepare for make an
Enemies.
Yes.
From that day I sit down and digest that word and reason them for my own way. I say true way we talk now reality. So from there I develop my own mind say the more you reduce your enemy, the more your lifespan increase.
Yes. But then also, like what I always talk, sometimes the day way you they make powerful friends because of the powerful enemies them where you make them. And in our special kind relationship or the special kind black legs know what they do, we guarantee for make powerful friends. And what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst enemy that you can have? Some shit nobody there for bush where they call you for threatening you for midnight.
But if you clean you now, so
Exactly.
clean you for 1 second.
So who cares about the noise where they make them? You understand? So okay, now talk about countryman. Now which kind of threat they never give countryman?
Exactly. Yes.
Some threat, some name they never call countryman.
Okay.
Some course they never invent them just for countryman. And
Picture
they never put them saying a countryman. Exactly. So and upon all Mate, the very first time I meet up some minister for the very first time I go presidency for 2019, I actually meet up person when probably a cousin. Okay, when he meet up me, you know what we talk. Funniest thing, I still laugh every time I think about that. He look me and then he ask me say, "Where is the rest of you?" He said, "Now all this." No. He said, "Go back, bring the countryman I'm waiting for." He said, "I am expecting a giant." He said, "You are." When I listen to you, I say you are a crowd. He said, "You are a giant." Say, "Go back, come back, walk in, and bring the rest of you." We laugh. He said, "Ain't nothing believer." He said, "Nah, this chiga." I said, "What?" I said, "What? Contraband is the chukuchuku. Chukuchuku, not a big thing, not a nuclear weapon. You understand? No, I never ever talk me say I get some magic weapon or some bomb or some red button for some corner where I go press and say destroy Amber. No. Now the small things where you do them every single day where it be incremental. You understand? Now what some saying they where me I don't take them to heart where they talk today. So even the biggest ocean is just a few drops of water. Okay? As they say, a few drops, it could be 78 trillion drops. Okay? But it starts with one drop. And then before you want to say one bucket don't flop. And then before you want to swim, 1 million bucket don't flood. Before you want to swim, you don't get an ocean or at least a lake. Before you go to an ocean, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you start small and then you build up. And I went this way. People they marvel at people, and then another point this way. One person he talked to me since I did Cameroon for the past couple of weeks. He said the thing where in no fit actually really understand until date. Now the fact say, I never ever request anything from any person for do what they do. I never ever even expect. You understand? Yeah. Because there's a difference because people the way they go write like project, go pass them for some minister or some person sponsor this project. You understand? Or where they go even at least they do them with a view, say they saw something will come out of it or they expect, and then when they no come or you no pay, they become frustrated. Or when they no come, then your ability it be limited for do which way you do them. But because I know the first even they expect or care whether I come or no come, I do which way I believe in with my own limited means. You understand? Yeah. So as I've talked before, I digress. I start talk about other things. Then my train of thought it don't just go on side. But yeah, as I've talk, the black legs them now amber create them. Now them can't find we palaver. And not just a reaction, where would they react? Okay, now, before I want to go too far, Amber, like I've been talking for that 22nd of September, time where they be mobilized, at that time, at that point, Ayub Tabe, if he call himself the leader of this thing, you get Tassang, you get all these people. If they comport themselves and they come out as politicians, we can demand political demands. For can't tell Yaounde now say, I mean, their power, it is supposed to be now the people the way they stand behind them. You understand? Exactly. If you stand, you one, every mosquito will blow you off. Yeah. But if you stand, and then some person want to look you get 2 million people then behind you. The person will think twice before even come anywhere near you. You understand? Because you be a leader. You not just represent yourself, but you represent 2 million or something people there. Yes. Where if you talk, they go do things then. Yes. You understand? Your word becomes very powerful. Your every action, it becomes very powerful because now your actions and your words, they literally lead millions of people then. So for that 22nd of September, now why do I keep going back to that date? The Anglophones, if these people, they be being as serious people then, they will get the power for command Yaounde. As far as the Anglophone zone be concerned, ma tell you now if you know, they be get the power for command Yaounde. Because
they don't even wait to respond, they just go into another agenda.
Yes. Wait, ma tell you something, Yaounde be respond. If we send them the biggest delegation where Cameroon government ever send them to do anything.
And that one means they've been at the worst.
The head of government, prime minister, former prime minister, Philemon Yang, minister this, minister that, minister this, director that, military. Oh man, they come for Bamenda, they do everything. When I hear, remember when Paul Tassong they talk, Paul Tassong that, sorry, man, no be Paul Tassong, no me na Mr. Bayu, that one, I understand who way they talk now. No, but I did talk now 2016. That way,
where they use Tignat Minister Paul Tanashi.
Yes, but you know this guy. Now who be this Bamena man? Who be this Amber Fu with there for prison for Konengi? Na Tassong, Tassang Wilfred. When me I talk, I go call your countryman. Say Paul Tassong. Na Tassang I the one talking. So Tassang Wilfred, Tassang talk say Yaounde get to can kneel down, crawl for them. You know why they even talk so? Because at that time themselves they be feel the powers where they get them for fit command the Anglophones then. They be get the powers. Man tell you Linus Sweet. You understand? And they be see how Yaounde to be. It be fear them. Then why they talk say the Yaounde they go see whether Yaounde they control this territory or now we they control Southern Cameroon. Why they talk so? Because at that time, not only did they believe, but they did actually with lies and propaganda. They did actually control the minds, ignorant population in the Anglophone zone. You understand? And now why that way if you go make that statement out so? If you make it now, If you make it now,
that very 2016.
maybe just outside there today. Who side there? Are they Yaounde now? No me so. Is they behind we for this? So from very corner for back here, and the shit no wipe last today. They say it will show Yaounde, but I Yaounde control.
But they go to gather you them for the very baile for my two. They gather you, then they give them 10,000. Now what I see the way Jam now start shoot people with bullets. So because they be 20 year guys, they start shoot stone. Now, this that's something for the year and Macho BBC. They will go for ride for the
back travelers.
Back travelers.
Yes.
They go gather you then. They gather you then. Like kind of 50 or something pass. They give them small money. Say me they attack the military them. So now after we will make an hour you see the way
cause agitation. They don't always get this secessionist agenda. Okay, they be just the wait for the opportune moment for bring them out. Okay, and they be need for instigate a reaction from the Cameroon government for force the Cameroon government for force their hand for use force so that they could talk say they are killing us. So we are going to bring guns to defend ourselves. Now the strategy that.
Even that delegation, what do they make a population? They will start block street the government and because the information where they get out that day with the delegation.
Why were the day inside the call? Yes. The prime minister why am I call all man in name except the real person one column? The prime minister is a Philemon Young, okay, and all that delegation they decapitulate. They give them everything what they want them. The people they come on now, the people they call the one from outside, tell them different things. Tell them for do this.
They tell them say they want come say the other delegation they come for Bamenda so for can stand for show
for show of international community. No problem. Yes. So may they cause havoc, may they block road, may they do this, may they jam them, may they do this for show the worst problem they. When the people they can't solve the problem. So the people that now who? Now Anglophones. Philemon Young na Oku man.
All them.
Even Oku na definitely Anglophone. For Northwest. Pa John Gute no na Rocko man, no na Baron B there from Tiani come on. I thought you don't know na graphic man like me.
The first house Bongo one.
That mansion where they go born
Prime
now.
Minister no.
Yes.
The first house na house.
Where the one with the go born now.
Yes. As you enter Bongo, the first house na Prime Minister house.
You understand? So now the Connie that what tell when I say Connie flop for Anglophone man Bele, Connie flop.
Truly.
And then the so-called journalists, where they understand the truth as well, they should deliberately. They deliberately keep on.
Even up to the moment.
Up to today.
The journalists for Cameroon, they only post with the anti-government.
Yes. Because they don't get them no view or interest for help in their own duty for sensitize the general public with the reality. I'm not talking may they be pro-government, but may they report the news. I don't care whether both sides, but just report you the news. The most pressing thing, if you be Anglophone or you do English journalist, English paper, the most pressing thing will happen in the Anglophone zone, your biggest audience, now the Anglophone crisis. You understand?
And post
the madness.
On them.
Exactly. Okay, so and then you get people the way they call themselves political pundits or political experts or whatever. They go on social media and they talk and they give opinions. It's their right and they get every right to do that or whatever. But the problem when I get down with them, now they are corny way flop for their belly. Okay, for example, they don't see so-called no pity, Mbashe Clement, we carry 1 or 2 rusty rocket launchers and those machine gun when I call and say chain cutter. They don't grow for TV. They get sophisticated weapon. They get sophisticated. The next day, Cameroon go take the sophisticated weapon out of their hands. No man, no pass for TV. If you go talk, say, oh, guess what? They can have the sophisticated weapon, but the Cameroon military is very capable of taking it out of their hands.
As I said, that way you be
no man will talk that one. Because they get agenda. Their agenda, not just for report news, their agenda now for be anti-government, now for be anti-establishment.
Yes. I not be finally die for
Bush.
Because when I look these people, I know like I always respect people like you and other people the way they try for assist we build our lives. Because even if I be just come out amber, then I not fight back. 100 years to come, I will regret. The fact that I fight back now, it gives me some peace.
Yes.
I be happy, say at least at the revenge way to
the highest joy where I get them.
Now every picky way you move out to the bush.
Now when any picky way I see where it come out for bush, when I should have look my own community or come on, my own village.
Yes, it not get amber today.
I amber not the inside. Yeah.
Wrong key the
I
phone.
tell you. So I did very happy. And then when mommy sometimes I want pass sometimes, so mommy don't come out village, he jam me for town. Mommy they be very happy. My picking up for you, would you can use for you? I say, mommy, people must talk. But don't see I mean this now.
What? Just listen to this video. Now video sir, now Mark Barretta.
In fact, this thing called IG, it has killed our boys more than the way First Cameroon has killed our boys. That is the truth. That's the truth. Look at how the so-called IG forces in Bui took ADF guys and killed them just like that. There's second council that say we should access Cameroon. So just imagine. So please,
People are picking them up. People are picking them up.
For blood day,
That one see Wusa.
broad daylight.
People are picking the man up bomb because my age go kill them. So you open their mouth. But look here, so
But no, na only the Isobu, na only Isobu tonki the chacha. Only they make us so way they make.
Where? Where they talk?
Yes.
You want staff Wusa go reach Wusa? Now okay, Fonte Lucas.
No,
you know what
the man cross and die.
happen.
No, now question and answer
Cross and
time.
die.
Yeah, who kill Fonte Lucas?
Cross
Mad
and
Dog.
die. Na Mad Dog na cross and die.
Who kill Ivomba?
Ivan Bana,
Rambo na Amba.
Na Amba for
Okay,
my
good.
14.
Who kill Divine?
Na Amba Ikeku, Iya Spirito.
Okay. Who kill Functional Vincent? Okay. Now who kill the Romanus Akangasongona? What do you call her? Na Yeke. Now who be don't dig Kingsley grave? Say Guberi. Oliver. Now who bring Oliver into the Amber?
Na Kingsley.
Well, girl. Amber get friend. We go where so? I'm no force to Connie. We go where so?
And you see where cross and die one key fonte. So
I said, you go even the Sam.
Other
Divine kill lake. When a lake introduce you for fight.
Why not?
Cutting a part, cutting a better river.
Who kill a booby?
Na divine kill a
Smally.
bube.
Who kill Smolly?
Small
Now Oliver poisoned Smally for 80 years.
The Smolly for 8 years.
Yes, before you go die so. Oliver be don't poison Smally.
Now who kill? Now remember the Gozang massacre? No.
Yes.
12 picking the go. December 2018.
Amba
Munyenge na 18.
Opopo.
Opopo. Oh yeah. Who kill Opopo?
Na Amba na Sagat. Gabonese. The very Gabonese way Opopo rescue him. Sagano kill him. The very Gabonese storm.
A kill Opopo. Good. Say return Changido. Aha. Bia. Of course. Wait. Are you sure?
Yes.
Na Efang.
Wait,
I think say Biebe died now for December 2018 when that Gozang massacre.
na Efang.
What?
Yes.
That one a revelation for me. You open to the book of Revelation. That is a revelation.
I want to see Fonte, the man cross and I want to keep Fonte so now because he carry some barefoot, some boy, some people become barefoot. So they can't rest. He can't rap guy the way they be plans of operation, me they go operate. The way Fonte will go operate bank so. Now even I plan that if want if want find dreaded guys, they go access it work fast.
Dreaded guys.
Yes.
Now so your
that
vocabulary don't big.
That beginning that come up barefoot now. I said they can't reach. This man cross and I can't rap beginning. Go shoot at 12 moment to water because the business will do that carry other mission.
Why not?
Fonte here now so he want leak the secret now for 7 kata. I said the year now for the way they start the game and that. So the time we wait to happen now say Fonte now instead that time they go take that 100 million from Mitakuso for Mitanian cooperative credit union. So now they can't reach Fonte deny say you know aside cross and I don't make so you know go give that money. He take a Fonte take that money celebrate birthday. And that very birthday now I thought say people are population and then done the game. That very birthday any man will be pass along that street.
They bring money.
Fonte be celebrate that birthday now only corner road to he give any man 30,000 pay that money. So now after the plan now always that the key keep an call B they can carry for that day.
Cameroon military never ever fight Amber for 1 minute.
Yeah,
you know,
not only
I come off I get dinner with a very interesting person today. I just come off for dinner, lunch actually. It's been at lunch, but and now person way in no politics as well. Now senior citizen, old person. And we start talk about politics, talk about everything, life, you know. And when we talk about the Anglophone situation and everything, I point them out to you, say Cameroon government never ever even attempt for fight Amber. It hesitate a little bit, then it think about them, it talks not true. And then but it asks me, maybe I explain more why me I feel so. Yeah, what me I mean. I tell you, say just right now as we speak, you know, say Cameroon military, it get a bigger presence inside the where one section. Yeah. Now. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I tell you, say right now, so for Central African Republic, Cameroon military get a bigger presence for they past the presence where they get them inside the Anglophone zone. How would you explain that? Cameroon military is there for Central African Republic. It get a bigger military presence inside Central African Republic. They keep peacekeeping force inside Central African Republic. You get a massive Cameroon military for Central African Republic. About 3 times the number of Cameroon military where they inside the Anglophone zone. That is just a fact. Even the United Nations know them. All international partners, they know them. Even AMBA, they know that to be fact. Cameroon military need to fight AMBA. You understand? They never ever even start, never even attempt. Because as far as Cameroon, the government be concerned, and one of my biggest problems is with them, because people are like, we want them for fight. Want them to take the fight to them. We want the security situation for improve, you understand? Exactly. But now the government don't deny, President Popia don't vehemently deny, say, no, go kill the picking them. You don't want the legacy for be one of blood. It comes right from the top. Now what I tell you, I say, that man a pope. Regardless of whatever, all man, every single person where I don't talk to, including the opposition, they will tell you, say, that man as a human being, not a nice man. I never ever meet up you. They will tell you, say, now a very nice man, but they don't like the administration. You understand? They want to change the administration.
Yeah.
You understand? But him as a human being, as a person, as whatever, a nice person. You understand? So, and I don't know ye, I never ever meet up me, and that one had their opinion, and they get every right to. So, and then you get this situation where, from a discussion with this senior citizen, and then I ask you, say, is there any possibility, as where Isiam, say Cameroon will ever divide? He said, make we even try for even get the federation. Maybe we even just try to get that one. Now answer that. They don't even want for even entertain. They don't even want you for entertain that side for separation. Yes, they said we wanna try. Yes, serious domo because even as he talk that federation. So then I ask you, say, Papa, for the federation, so how you see him? Are you in favor of 2 state or 10 state or waiting? And then he think about them because now person where they write books and he talk and he think about politics and he see him like now legacy that I think that I want to leave him behind. He want to leave a legacy he thoughts. Now the only thing that I get him now oh man. So he tell me say the way they see him, he not tell me his own thoughts, but he tell me wait where people they don't put them out there. Say it talk around an SDA or some person like that, they don't put out an idea for 4-state federation. And then it talks, say, some people they get idea for just leave the regions as they are and just convert them into states. Federated states. And then it talks, say, also people they just look at a 2-state solution, 2-state federation, and then immediately talk about 2-state federation. You know the next thing we talk?
Infighting.
No.
So many not join South and all the rest.
Something along that line. Then it talks, say, and then if the states them now, they want them divide themselves into regional autonomies. I talk so like Northwest and Southwest, no, so is the I said, Pa, you two conny flop for your belly, so you know you fully well say for divide that country into 2-state federation, we are basically you go carrying a bomb, nuclear bomb, can shit on top light them. Yes, the way just the second way go kaboom. You know you very well say na bomb. You know you very well say na kerosene and water or water or and fire as they talk. It no go mix. It no go mix. Yes, it go catch. You know you very well and you so talk am you. Corny flow for your belly. And let me say, especially when I be older generation, the way when I be experience some form of that two-state federation in the days. When I get this nostalgia for bring back those days them for experience them again. But guess what? Those days are gone. They're gone. It's like some person who can't talk about German Cameroon today. I don't care. It's gone. It's not going to ever happen again. You understand? Two-state federation not going to ever happen. Not in this context. For the Anglophone. Northwest man, Southwest man for no, na bomb, na big bomb where you should not on top. Na nothing. Where? Won't go. It not gonna ever work. Themselves, even the people the way they advocate for that two-state federation, they know this to be fact. But their only hope now say maybe they go fit contain them, or they go fit control them, or they go fit try for appease the Southwesterners them. It not go work.
Now say they talk about even for villages that you go for some villages for some places for Southwestern, they drive the West man. Where they get problems, now that BB sense, now come out for here.
99 cents. You sure send me a bang back to the driver.
So that BB sense they get BB high.
But we don't about today. Some person be deaf talk for you say one go chubby at you. So
but you go one question.
You want to ask question before we go?
Yes.
Okay, ask her.
I want to talk concerning the situation for the disarmament. How you see at your own point of view because it don't slow. Like the issue of the reintegration, where it been an issue now. I know get my own point of view. I feel only giving out my opinions as you don't talk. Yes. My opinions are honestly, I be see say it go get to this point where picking they go to come off for bush and then they go pass through a process. For an X, there has to be a start and a finish. Okay, so they will enter, and when there will be a start point where they will tell you, and you sort of like a curriculum. Sort of like when you go for school, you know, say advanced level, it will take 2 years. If you fail them, then you repeat them. So at the back of your mind, you know, you say if I start that school for September 2017, by June 2019, I'm going to graduate. So that if you get planned. So now what did I mean? I believe now what did I mean? I be no say go happen. Whether now 1 year, now 2 years, or whatever timeline you enter, and then after a while, after you don't go through the process, and then you will come out at the other end, you will get your amnesty. The only thing with me, I don't always know. Say it be guaranteed na amnesty. For this palaver, for jobs, for resettlement, for money, and all those kind of things, and where they give you now. What? I don't know me what budgets they get down. I don't know me what financial package or whatever the disarmament, the whole thing. You know, I don't know even how prepared the state it be for fund that project, that resettlement or reintegration phase. You understand? I not be inside. And even if I be inside, I not for still be in a position for tell you. You understand? I feel only talk as person where no be politician and not in the system. So, but the way they run them, I believe say because they don't make them now into an institution where they construct infrastructure for buildings where it will take time for plan them, get planning permissions, them and put down a structure, paint them, plaster them, furnish them, and then start put people them through. It's a process where me and nobody envisage me and me and nobody know me say na they plan that and me and nobody know say na the direction that way it go. Whatever plan they no me and nobody know say na that way. They will get them in mind, but I believe say maybe they want to create something where it will remain, it will last after the conflict. Yeah, we understand say it will be now something way beneficial.
Yes.
For the next generation.
Yes.
But now, if you look the situation, it don't slow down because people the way you don't be overdue.
Yes.
People don't be.
I accept.
Years.
I accept.
So if you talk of that, so that kind of people go back for that place where they will be like they will bring.
Clovis,
will be an issue.
No, me at the top.
I want to use this opportunity for talk something in relation to that reintegration thing because plenty of time, most especially the black legs, some of them they don't even get exchanges because they get their own views, they get their own opinions.
Yes.
We get our own, but we will be inside, and we know which place is sweet, which place is bitter. Now we know. As we worship, now your food sabi place where the pinch for the
yes.
Wait will be very clear. Palava jobs. Most of we will know they talk na palava jobs. The few people they talk say jobs and this na people they be ignorant of what cry. What cry.
Sorry, I know want to interrupt you, but I think they don't get cross and die. Now what's that you talk about now? Yes.
Cross and die, no, it don't go down.
Yes.
Yes.
Now if you see I'm not in that, now the picture of that, it appear from my phone right now. No worry. It maybe they can't find this section. Nonsense. So now the picture of that when I don't see I'm fine, but now cross and die that it be horizontal. Well, maybe we broadcast them. Now cross and we don't talk about it this evening, no.
Yes.
Cross and die has been compromised. My contributor make we'll continue this conversation. Oh, you want to finish with that point where we finish? Yes,
so as
finish your point.
I will emphasize, I think when became them come up for Bush Day for DDR Center, the third process, the third phase for DDR on reintegration, and I would say be most needed at this moment. I know we'll talk like even for from the national coordinator, I will tell you, Mrs. Self to your face, say that DDR Center is the Bulam for Boya. We will don't be 2 years. We'll not ever enter. Even if it means we'll just come out, go start our life. But for say we, so we'll go come out, speaking them will come out for the way they don't be 2 years, just go enter that DDR Center lies. We know the impose, but I check say, Papa, we don't tell we say we not drop our weapon, we not try for record, we don't drop them, we don't accept our errors, we don't go through the formation. I check say they be even send a commission where become for Boya, they choose about 70 people for Boya, where they say this one already be right for reintegration, and that 70, wait till you get to be very clear. And so will not ever come out for that booster institute say we go for a different center. Even if one will be a billionaires and for day, will not fit enter.
So basically, what's really where you advocate for now for not just forget your life and get your own thing doing.
Yes.
Okay, if you articulate them that way, any person go understand. So you know want you for depend on the state. Yes. You don't want you for be under state run institution. You want for go you and do your own thing. Basically now.
Which why I know they just talk this one on my own. I talk this one even on behalf of all that 70 begin they be take their names for DGR Center. Boya, one point, if government give we job, we'll be happy. If government not give we job, we'll be happy. In as much as we'll not be armed, since we come out, no man over harm we'll be happy. And if government feels say, okay, you are now reintegrated, go and start your lives. We are okay. Rather than saying you still be under DJR.
Normally, yes. Because they're supposed to just tell you the truth one time. At least the people that live, then they get family, people then they
get very clear and they stay for center. But what about the children?
You know, if you keep an adult, well, they just say idle man say, you know, if you carry people, they can't keep an idly. Because you, at least make them be the work, make them be independent by themselves. The water man work now is small thing, or he works them now 1,000 per day. You know, say he already put a program for take himself. But if you keep person where you know the give nothing, we be idle, keep only that idleness where if I give make a conceive back that idea but go back for join.
Well, that one not the very last and not the worst idea that if they want get that kind of idea, well the only thing I could tell them is say good luck and kum.
I know they use palava go back for.
Yes, no, that one are the worst thing where any person will ever do.
At the end, if maybe at a certain level the government not feel reintegrate, so I will advise all the 70. I say just go out, start your life. Normally they hold you. Go you out of the DTR center and start your life somewhere. Simple.
As long as you get the amnesty.
Yes. Okay. The amnesty that once you come, you there for DTR. Okay. Just like as with this way, if you come out work, by the point, one thing will be very clear. That if when you start something, you finish them. But what if, as they keep people for the age is the what about picking the day where they get their small certificate where if you come out, they go forward their education. If you come out, the rights on concours.
Thank you. Continue beginning talk. I share the pictures of cross and die where they don't compromise without soup, and it is sweeting me. And because I did live on this internet and I try to use my kumkum device, that phone so. Now my kumkum device this phone it be worth about 900,000 francs. That is the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G. Yes.
I told them man don't start life.
Yes.
I told them
They call us for our country talk. They call and say Banga farm. More than one, now about 9 Banga farm themselves.
You don't buy so you find better tree. You plenty money for some side.
Yes.
Now just for point that I know say plenty black legs. Whenever we talk about this thing, they look at otherwise, but now that one now for their own side. This one we talk about the DDR commission and we
you know as
the
the process
inside.
slow, even the picking the way they see the
It even worry this picking them too.
That's the truth.
Again, person will be asking Slee. If they might tell you one thing, even though they respond with the girl, they like him. The person be asking Slee. Now this FM big number, he asking Slee. Say if he talks about come out, since you come out, you don't be waiting.
And since he there for that bush, so he don't be waiting.
No, Kingsley be one thing. Kingsley will tell you say he don't gain peace.
Yes.
Say he feed sleep.
And if he go out, do whatever he want to do, yes.
So if this reintegration,
so small, but when they go cold small.
Yeah.
So now that good news. So now wait till Joel, it be interrupt me a few minutes ago for show me say yes. Say Bamenda people will sleep tonight. Say say cross and die. If you cross it, you go die. This time it don't cross up, it don't die.
You know what you cross as the guy don't die so.
Wait till
you will make a lot because they will save their life.
Yes, they go wrong.
You go think on the why, they will think twice.
Nobody be talk say bullet no enter. Say bullet no enter no. Yes, bullet no enter bad boy. Who's Ivan bad day?
Who's that? Mary laugh free visa.
Yeah, who's that cross and die?
You know what is funny?
Tell me.
The thing I say, now divine. He and later they find.
No be lie.
They go. They bring Ike. They baptize for join. They fight.
Okay.
You know that very cake was it turn as a divine show hero. This is the YP.
It's sweet, no? They doing janking na turn by turn.
How you know the business? You just talking earlier. The business Trump.
Na turn by turn.
That business will shine. It's one of the fittest.
May they continue. I don't broadcast them. It don't go far and when I now continue to do it. Yes, it go dey life.
Well, now their choice. When man die, now the cry for we die for 2008. And they cry my way.
He never cry time.
Maui die now, so no.
Now because like him.
No,
Maui died 2018. When I should don't remember what I go and say, well, if it was the other thing, they no go die.
And if also because they never get people them like you, Kawa, Beltus, Clovis, Job, Kingsley, Countryman, and the rest for advise them, for talk to them. And sadly, they lose their lives. So when I fit stand up, go and sit there, we'll play our Kumkum anthem, our national anthem. We'll end the live broadcast so I contribute them. I hope say we don't take enough of our time, but at least when I know say Countryman, they always come with good news with for una, and we don't come bring una the good news. Cross and die, it don't cross and it don't die. So I don't show una the picture then no, I don't see them. Yeah. So that is it, my contributor. We'll play our Kumkum anthem and then we'll play our national anthem and then that is it, we'll end them. So my contributor, these rascals they make noise for back. I also know we make noise when we start playing Cameroon national anthem. Okay.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa, we the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. And your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
Adoro.